So we do another revision for the Dhamma again. Okay, this is a short one. We cover just the surface part. So we go run through this. What are the Kalama Sutta and the 10 grounds of inquiry? Okay, so when you talk about this particular topic, we are talking about what are inside this particular sutta. It's an intellectual appeal of Buddhism. That's why Kalama Sutta is a very well-known sutta in Buddhism. So intellectual appeal is because why Buddhism is uniquely rational, encouraging free inquiry, critical thinking, and rejecting blind faith. Okay, this is the only considered religion that can be self-checking, okay, can be questioned. Even our Buddhist Pali canon can be questioned. Okay, that's why when you go further degree, you study the why the various commentary and why which is to be trusted or which later addition of added in from away from early Buddhism. And then when Kalama Sutta, the special thing about this is the 10 grounds of Kalama Sutta. So in these 10 grounds, these are Buddha's words which refuse all those various kind of thought or hearsay, whatever that traditionally been following in India. So ancient non-Buddhist method versus the Buddhist approach to determine the truth. So there are 10 ways of doing it. Okay, so we're going to talk about this also. And third one is about how a monk verified doctrine. The four guidelines from the Mahaparinibbana Sutta for checking whether the teaching is authentic. Okay, so Buddha already passed away, and Buddha before he he passed away, he told the group of the assembly of monks about how to check his teaching in four kind of ways to check whether it's a truth. Okay, that's why Buddha before he passed away, he know that his teaching will be distorted by monks or by other means. Okay, so Buddha already reached the way which in a way serve as a guideline for lay people, also for the monks. So Buddhism is for the wise and discerning. It's to be understood through the intelligent understanding and exponential conviction, not on devotional or blind faith. Okay, this is the only religion that Buddhism have to self-check yourself and reflect on it and ways and means to make sure you don't follow the wrong teaching. Okay, but sad to say, after Buddha passed away, we divided in now currently in the modern world into three sects, and then who is right, who is wrong, and then especially the other two sects, which they claim that is they are the original teaching and higher teaching of early Buddhism. Okay, so that is why, although they say they follow the core teaching, but if you really go and do a study of it, you find that there are many deviations beside the core teaching. What are the things which you need to take care of in the Kalama Sutta? Free and open inquiry. This is very encouraging, especially in Buddhism. It's something like science. Science is not always changing. When you find a new things, new proof that this is not working compared to the old, then this is a new knowledge. So Buddhism, same thing, free and open inquiry. So it encourages open questioning of the doctrine and tell next. No topic is off limit. Okay, Buddhism all can be tested, all to be questioned. So there's nothing just so when you're especially monks some monk I don't know them good or bad intention, I don't know. I follow some which I find deviate from original Buddha teaching, which they claim what they say is the one and only truth. The other one, they say is very subjective. So if you study, that's why you have this kind of thinking of this inquiry. Why this monk spoken this thing is different from what is listed in the sutta or what you have studied. So this must open up your mind to have a free inquiry on that. And then second thing about Kalama Sutta is about critical approach. It demands critical examination before accepting any principle or teaching. Okay, that's only even during Buddha time, Buddha never want to accept anybody from other faith to come to his Buddhism. So you see quite a number of sutta did mention that Buddha never forced anyone to become a Buddhist. So it's only through your understanding that you find that this is the right path for you, then you choose it. Nobody force you, unlike other religion. Once you get in, cannot come out already because you swear the name of God. That when you denounce your religion, you'll be sent to hell or whatever. Is it punishment? So Buddhism, if you don't like become Buddhist, you can renounce and join other religion. And then third thing about Kalama Sutta, it rejects dogma. Okay, dogma means like a dog, follow the master whatever you go. So dogma means this kind of authority, and dogma alone are not valid basis for faith in teachings. Okay, this is the only religion that call upon the devotees or followers to every time verify what Buddha said and what the monk said. Is it the really one and only true or subject to change? Okay, so this is all these things. We just say we must follow this way. The Buddhist, there's no definitely this way. You must check and thoroughly understand it before, because if you really accept it, it's called dogma. And rejects blind faith, antithetical faith, and barbarity are not considered virtues of a good disciple. Okay? Buddha, his time, he wouldn't want anybody to just blindly follow him. There's one sutta talking about a monk that love the Buddha outlook, that he is so obsessed with this Buddha that he's lagging in practice. So Buddha ever rebuke him on this matter. And then next one, undervalue richer. Riches and richer alone are not a path to liberation. Wisdom is. Okay? So Buddhism, in a way, during the early Buddhism, I would say, there's very little riches. Riches and riches are old tradition from the other religion. That is a necessity because human by culture, because they follow old tradition, you will tell them follow Buddhist simple way, they will feel very, very uncomfortable. So riches and riches, which Buddha trying to get rid of it, during early Buddhist time was quite a success. But after Buddha passed away, there are many kind of riches and riches that are surfacing out from the current Buddhists, especially this Chinese one, the 7 month, and the Qingming, the lunar calendar one, they tend to have this because the other sect Mahayana they practice it. So like I saw in Burmese temple, the same thing, which the monk never in Burma they never practice that, but in come to Singapore they ask for it. So the monk have to, in a way, don't want to offend them by means. So they do it in a dana way. Then send after the dana, they send this holy water. Then you go and transfer to your but departed relative. So become a norm in Singapore, which keep on changing as time needs. So how the story of Kalama is telling you this, how this thing managed to happen. The Kalamas live in Kesaputa in the kingdom of Kosala. They were troubled when teachers of various religions each claimed that only they had the truth and they condemn all the others. You find this thing the same in all other religions in the modern world. Okay, I have been to Christian church and also been to the this what I call that Ikwan Tao. They also preach they had the truth. Okay, so lucky I never joined neither of them. So they approached the Buddha expressing their perplexity and doubt. So the Buddha response became one of the most celebrated discourse in the nature of truth and inquiry. So in Kalama Sutta, there are 10 things which you need to, as a Buddhist, you need to use it and embed it in your memory. That these are things which very common, especially practices among all the other religions. Okay, first one, Anusava, report or revelation. Okay, this is a very common one among all the other religions. They claim that this is a revelation from God. Okay, so always must be true, cannot be challenged. And then the next one, para or tradition. This is a tradition like oh no, we all Chinese are like my old time. My mother pray to the moon. The tradition from China and pass it to Singapore here. So become a tradition that everybody just follow without asking. Then the next one, itikara, hearsay. Okay, this is another kind of thing. It's very common among the devotees. People telling you, then you believe this. Okay. Then next one, Pitaka Sambhatada, authority of scriptures. Okay. Example, our this Buddhist Pali canon, Buddha even ask us, is it authentic or is it false? It's up to you to go and make your own judgment. Okay, it's just a recording of what been in the canon. So, but to other religion like the Vedic or Hinduism, they believe that the Vedas are the sole authority. Even later transformation of the priesthood to become more liberal, they still stick to the Vedas because authority of scripture, which they say from God, cannot be challenged and cannot be what sort of disnowed. Next one, Bhava Rupata, testimony of teacher's appearance. Okay. This is a common in other religion. The character of let's say a charismatic speaker. Like in Singapore, we have this. We call him Kong Hee Fat Choi. His name is priest, pastor. So he was famous for the way he speak, able to command a lot of devotees. So when these teachers speak very nice and all the sort of sweet words, which you tend to believe him, you just believe him because of the sweet words. So he has many followers. And later he found that this particular Christian pastor, he misused this church money for his wife singing, in sort of singing for the church. So they found that is not right. And finally he was jailed for that. Next, Samano no Guru, prestige of our teacher. Okay, especially when it's elderly and learned one. And especially those head of the cherry or head of the or even our this sangha. because it happened quite regularly in this Thailand. Because you trust the so-called this particular teacher because of elderly and because of his high kind of status that you trust him every word he spoke, that you just put 100% trust in him. Okay, Buddha also question not to trust himself what he spoken. You must go back and check. So the seventh thing Taketu mere logic. Some religion, especially the Samana, they use the logic way of checking, get you the logic formula that you are corner, then you accept this logic is a truth. Right? This is another way of getting disciple. I mean, these devotees. And then Naya Hetu, inference. This is a special, what I call power, or what I call a characteristic of this particular spiritual person who only can communicate with God. Okay, especially the Vedic. They have this so-called priests who are the messenger of God, and they have this sensory kind of this power to communicate to God. Unlike we lay people, we are no way to do that. So things like inference from particular person also questionable. And the next one, akara parivitaka, speculative opinion. Things like you can you can make it until glorify under something and that become really genuine. This kind easily heard in many religions. They use speculative opinion. And then another kind, ditti nijana kanti, delight in speculation. This even worse. This one, they love speculation. You make things until so wonderful that people just believe you. They are also kind of quite related to sweet word, but they make it until so realistic that many followers follow them blindly. So we want to break one to 10. What are them? What are they? Anusava, report of revelation. The Vedic book recorded the word of Brahma as reported by the previous generation. The Vedas cannot be questioned. They contain the truth and must be believed. The limitation is that just because something is revealed or reported does not make it true, right? So these are Buddhist kind of questioning. Next one, parampara, tradition. Knowledge handed down from one generation to another must be believed, even if it's not from the Vedas. Okay? So this is another kind of wrong understanding. A tradition age does not guarantee it's true, right? Especially my mother, late mother, last time praying to the moon. You cannot point to the moon, or you'll be cut off by the moon. Right? So these are those so tradition. Next one, itikara, hearsay. Because a doctrine is heard from a source, it must be believed. Right? Somebody say, this is from this particular monk or particular spiritual leader. So definitely must be true. So hearing something, even widely, does not establish its truth. Okay, you need to go and check. Okay, hearsay things are not necessarily true. Pitaka Sampada, authority of religious texts. Statements recorded in the scripture are not to be questioned. They carry the truth by virtue of being written in sacred books. Okay? Especially Vedas cannot be challenged. So the limitation is say that written text can contain errors, okay? And their age does not guarantee accuracy, right? So good thing is our Buddhism, even over 2,600 years, you just cannot say every word from the sutta is true. If you go for degree study, you study the sutta and commentaries, and you start questioning why early Buddhism has no such kind as glorification, but later sutta, a lot of glorification on Buddha, especially Buddha. Okay? Superpower, transcendental, all kind of thing. Buddha never even claimed that. He's a very humble person. Maya Rupata, appearance of teacher as testimony. Accepting a testimony of person because they appear reliable, wise, or saintly leads to truth. This is very spoken earlier. Just don't look like character or person, just to trust him. So appearance can be deceptive. A convincing manner does not equal correct teaching. Okay. Samao no guru. This is our teacher. This is also, especially when you follow monk, don't be so kind of uh, especially one of my classmates, he follow a Burmese monk. She follow a Burmese monk. So she's very sort of beside this, her particular teacher who have been guiding her, no other teacher is best. So following the prestige of our teacher and believing that he utters the truth simply because he is our own teacher. That's what one of my classmates love to do that. Okay. So I don't want to question her. It's up to her. She love it, let her be. Loyalty to a teacher must not replace critical evaluation of what is taught. Okay. So this is another criteria. Takkahetu, mere logic. If a teaching is logically consistent, it can be accepted as true. Logic alone becomes the arbiter. I mean, logic can be used to construct convincing but false argument. So remember, logic can lead you to your understanding that, oh, this is very convincing, but it can be a false argument. Okay. Next one, Naya Hetu, inference. Taking a present occurrence of the standard and extending to the past and future occurrence as if all cases must be the same. So he said inference can be valid, but extending it blindly leads to error. Okay. Next one, Akara Parivitaka, speculative opinion. Depending on the reason to reach a conclusion, if the person is objective, there may be no harm. But when it's subjective, it can be wrong. So speculative can be true and can be false. So subjective reasoning introduce personal bias into conclusion, especially you putting in your kind of biased ideas into it, become a very subjective, and this will become something questionable. Okay. And then next, Ditti Ninja Kanti, delight in speculation. Accepting an opinion because it agrees with a theory that one already believes in. This is entirely subjective and confirmation bias. So limitation is choosing what is confirmed existing, belief is circular and untrustworthy. So this is another form of wild speculation that make you more happy because agree to what your feeling is. So the 10 grounds are useful in preliminary sense, but are not valid ultimate ground for truth, according to the Buddha. The Buddha recommended intelligent understanding and critical judgment. That's Buddhism as one very great characteristic is intelligent understanding and critical judgment and ultimately asking. Okay, if you are a true Buddhist practitioner, you must arm with this particular character: intelligent understanding and critical judgment. So, first thing you ask, is this action wholesome or unwholesome? Okay, that's what we should question ourselves. So in Vimasaka Sutta, it encouraged man to carefully investigate and test the quality of a teacher before following him, even the Buddha. That's why Buddha even say, you have to question me also. So Buddha words is questionable. Nothing is 100% true. Okay. In Mahaparinibbana Sutta, there are 4 guidelines for checking whether a statement is true given by the Buddha before his passing away. Okay? So he also took 4 ways of checking this, especially our Pali canon, whether this word or whatever the monk said. So it must be checked through the process, the 4 ways. Okay, what are 4 ways? So there are 4 guidelines from the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. How does a monk ascertain whether a doctrine is correct or incorrect? The Buddha declared there are 4 guidelines. From the discourse of the Buddha, this statement is found directly in the discourse of Buddha himself and the most authoritative source. So, after 2,600 years, how true is the Pali Canon? It's still questionable, okay? Not 100% everything from Buddha. So during the time of Buddha, all who are blessed to meet the Buddha will get the truth from exactly what the Buddha preached. Okay, so after that, many things are questionable. So Buddha are not present. So how? Second one, from a senior monk in a monastery. Declared by a senior monk in a monastery who uphold the Vinaya and practice the Dhamma. Okay, so the next thing to do is check the truth. If this is a senior monk, that monk must have very good kind of conduct, okay? Conduct that you pay reference to, and he practice the Dhamma. So this can be considered as second source of checking the whatever you want to check about the truth. From erudite monks in the monastery. In a statement made by a group of learned monks well versed in the scripture and trained in the rules. Okay. The third best one is that if there's a group of mixture of monks, senior and junior monks, who are trained in the scripture and trained in the rules, they can be the third authority to check against what the truth. Okay. Actually, early part, this one should come here. Then second one should come here. Okay, I don't know this one they put this way. So the fourth one, from any erudite monk, even the teaching of a single learned monk is a core of the Dhamma and Vinaya can be accepted. So if you don't have the first opportunity, second and third, especially you stay in US, if you got a Theravada monk, and then he's the only monk at this particular county or area, and then this is the fourth alternate source that you can check against the truth. Okay, so these are the 4 ways which you must remember when exam come out. So our Buddhist teaching, especially our Buddha, he never force anybody. He used the word ehi pasika. The standards in many ways think the Dhamma contain this term. So basically, as a Buddhist, we never force anybody. It's an invitation to come and see. It's not like other religion. Come and believe. Okay, Buddha is come and see for yourself. Okay, and then Buddha never force you. Come and believe and be one of his devotee. So this is the essence of Buddhist approach to truth, personal verification to wisdom and experience. So the Pachatam Vitabu Vinuhiti from the verse of veneration, the Dhamma has to be understood by the wise and each for himself. So we're going to look into this term. Ehi Pasika, come and see, examine for yourself. Pachatam Vinitabu, to be known by each wise person for themselves. So if you're a wise person, you must understand it by yourself. Kalama Sutta is a discourse on Kalama, the doctrine of free inquiry. Anusava is a report of revelation, Paramata, tradition, and handed down. Takahetu, logic or reasoning alone. So, the Buddhist path to the truth is this statement. Do not accept anything merely because it has been handed down by tradition, or because it is a scripture, or because it seems logical. But when you know for yourself that these things are wholesome, accept them. This is quoted in Kalama Sutta. So remember this statement well. So these are the things in our Kalama Sutta. Question freely. Buddhism invites open inquiry. Doubt is welcome, not punished. Okay? Unlike other religion, you'll be punished or banished if you put down on their, especially their kind of scriptures. Test critically. Buddha, there's no authority. Not even a teacher or scripture can measure to it. Replace your personal wisdom. So you have to do it by testing it. Verify personally. Ehi pasika, come and see for yourself. Truth must be lived and experienced. That's why Buddhists in our Aspen meditation. So when you read through a meditation, these are the process you have to get through, and these are the things you will happen to encounter. So these are all no cover up. It's really spoken uh, in the sutta, or it has been expounded by the monks. Okay, so this thing, whatever they say, the result you have to verify yourself, because the result will measure to what is said. Okay, so this is a short one, Kalama Sutta. So end of it. So we test especially for your this senior part 2, quite regular. Okay, so I send to you later this one. So end of this. So next session, homework again. Tutorial. So I'm going to give you all the homework. So this one, Abhidhamma 2024, for diploma one. Abhidhamma. So total, I think 6 questions. So, rather go 1, 2, 3. Then big link 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you do big link here. Do all big link, and then here you choose 4. Then 6 you give a description of DO. Okay now. For next session, 2 weeks time. Okay.
Have to be okay. Better be prepared.
Next
One
session,
only
2 weeks.
lah, right?
2 weeks. No lah. Diploma. Very little question left. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
brother
My
Lau, I'm
brother
going
go
on trip leh, no time
4,
to
5,
do.
6. By this big link. Okay. So next one. Next one. Hold on.
Brother Lau, I can take only 2 lah. Can no time to do lah.
Better do lah. You no
I
no
came
no
back
more time
I came back on the 22nd.
You do and submit to sister.
But how? Tomorrow I zao already until 22nd only come back.
Then I owe you the next session.
Nếu mai ở Tapao ở
I take it as an opportunity to practice. Like me, I owe you 2 assignments.
Okay, can see senior part 2
yes.
222
Pidama.
Yeah. Total 7. So 3 and 4. Okay. Okay, sister Sumatra. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sister Teo. Still spelling wrongly. 5, 6, 7. All 5, 6, 7.
Okay. I have to owe you.
You do whatever you can. Then the last session, then we meet again. Okay?
Okay.
That's all. So next, only left with last two. Okay.
Okay.